Good morning, day 11, 30 and 30. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Caitlin.
We are cooking with Caitlin, and today we are getting a glimpse into date night at this tiny house. Wouldn't you say?
Sure.
Chicago Italian beef.
Meat,
That's the order of the
bread.
day. Meat.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Go meat.
So when I went to culinary school in Chicago.
You've
but
heard.
You lived in Chicago first, and
That's
that
right.
is when. Oh my
We all fell in
God.
love with Chicago.
Well, Portillo's and the Cubby Bear and just I'm so glad I ate so many Chicago beef sandwiches when my metabolism was just really high because I could pound.
You were a
foot
pup.
long. Yes, and don't you worry. Okay, so I created my own version. So as Cincinnatians, we too can enjoy Chicago Italian beef very quickly.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this recipe in real time to
Yeah,
show you how
great.
easy it is. Okay,
Awesome.
so beef broth into a cold pan. Nothing's happening in it yet. Use more broth than you think you're gonna do because even if you have extra, you can save it and go get more roast beef and another baguette and you're golden. Okay, roast beef in a cold pan. Equal part, or how much heat you can handle. Equal parts dried Italian seasoning, which is an entire blend of oregano, basil, rosemary, and other things.
You literally look for dried Italian seasoning, right?
Yep. And then
In
if
the
you
herb.
like it hot, add as much red pepper as you think you can handle.
Some like it hot.
You're such a dork.
I've got all sorts of them for you today.
So then you turn your heat up in your pan, and because you're starting with a cold broth, everything's gonna infuse. And it's gonna happen quickly because I'm not adding a lot of liquid to the pan. In the meantime, we can prepare the rest of our ingredients. I have provolone cheese, you could also use mozzarella, roast beef. I like
Just
to get
deli, sliced from the deli.
Yeah, exactly. Try and get rare roast beef because it's gonna cook in the broth for a bit. And if you get rare roast beef, then there's no chance of overcooking it and making it kind of chewy. So the rarer the better.
So our all-time favorite is rare boar's head. And you just get it from the deli. Now you probably, if you actually made roast beef for dinner the night before, you could save it and make this.
Whatever you.
But this is all about making it in real time.
Yes. Okay. And then a baguette. I prefer to kind of get the softer baguettes if possible, or French bread, sometimes it's called.
Okay.
That way it doesn't hurt the roof of your mouth while you're eating it.
Scratch it.
Yes.
Although you're gonna see what she's about to do. There's definitely a jus involved, and because of that, if you like chewier or crustier bread, you can get away with it because
Yes.
you can dip it in there.
Okay, so have a regular baguette is 3 feet. I usually cut them into 8 sandwiches per baguette, just point of reference. And then you slice them like a sandwich slice, but you keep the spine intact. And that way the bread can hold the meat and the cheese and it doesn't fall apart. And then you dip this part in the broth.
Yeah.
And
Why don't you do it? Jill?
Okay. Another thing that you need for this recipe is hot giardiniera, which giardiniera isn't that Italian for
Like a
garden or something?
I don't know.
But
a spicy pickled vegetable.
Thank you. There's usually carrots and peppers, cauliflower, celery, onions, things like that. We have a recipe, homemade giardiniera.
Look
Yeah,
below. Can you see the emoji of our fingers? Today we're using
This one.
jarred.
Yeah.
You usually do it a little bit finer. Those are chunky ones.
Right.
But there definitely are some delicious jarred ones. Do you just get them do you either get them by pickles and or the Italian international section of
I
groceries?
usually find them in the pickle area.
Got it. Like by olives and stuff like that.
Exactly. Okay, so what's going to happen is you're going to start to smell your broth, like where it kind of tickles your nose a little bit.
You
from
probably know.
The
You can
usual.
smell it right now.
The red pepper will tickle your nose. If you taste it and it's too spicy, then
Add
I
more
recommend
broth?
add more broth. Once it gets to temperature and it's hot enough, you're ready to add your roast beef. So just add your roast beef, kind of unshingle it to the best of your ability into the broth, and just let it heat up.
Soak up
Line your bread with your cheese, your provolone. Let me get a plate.
Okay, so Caitlin's gonna do just one sandwich now to show you, but you saw that she had half a baguette there. This is an amazing recipe for entertaining, especially through the fall with tailgating and football games, et cetera, et cetera. Make a whole giant baguette, 3 feet of it, and then you can cut it to order. You can, in advance, cut the bread, line it with the cheese, and then just before service, fill it with the meat, dip it in the au jus, and garnish it with the yum.
Dun, dun. Look at that. Just changes color.
Are you not going to do jardin?
No, that is just too
an
much for me.
option.
I am a purist.
Oh,
When it
okay.
comes to my Chicago Italian.
So are you
food.
going to like have a moment right
Sure,
now?
if you want me to. Also, like you're saying, for a party, you could even have a crock pot full of roast beef and people could help themselves.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're a college student or you have one in your family, tell them they can make this recipe at home. Just put the broth, herbs, spices into a microwavable safe bowl, nuke it for like 4 minutes until the broth is scalding hot, assemble your sandwich, dunk it in your salad.
Boom.
Yes.
Boom.
Okay, I'm going to have
That's
private time.
dinner in real time.
Come back tomorrow. We'll be here.
Yeah, we got lots more good stuff. So
Yes.
much, so much. Stay tuned. Goodbye.
Dirty, bye.
Thank you.